welcome back to Royal Goddess Tarot. So this morning I could not sleep for nothing, and then my daughter decided to get up early to brush her Barbie doll head, so I don't know, to brush her hair. But I was doing another reading because I kept hearing the same song over and over. I don't know who energy I'm pulling on, but I'm gonna post that next because it's not finished. When I was doing that reading, then this came up, so I feel like Spirit wants me to get this out first. So I had stopped watching a certain tarot reader channel, and I was ready to throw out all his decks that I bought because of a statement he made. Now, this is my decision. I'm not asking anyone to jump on the bandwagon and do what I do. It's just certain readers, they rub me the wrong way, and they could be discouraging or feel as if there isn't an abundance and success for everyone. So they won't even give a shout out to another reader or talk about their reader on their page. And I feel like that comes from that lack of mentality. But there's greedy people. Greedy people don't make it far. And I'm not saying that's him, but I went through a tough time where I was ready to give up, and I sent him an email with no reply. And I do know he saw my channel because I did a reading where his name came up. And sometimes it's hard to know the real from the fake, because these negative energies or karmics like to play mind games, make you think you're crazy, but you're not. The one thing this reader said pissed me off because it's like, he was like, fuck all that love and light shit. And usually I try not to voice my opinion because it's my opinion, but it's so many messed up readers who's on platforms with so many subscribers and support. And these people, so they adore these psychics, and some of them are truly evil or doing it for the wrong reason, or doing spell work on their subscribers and dark magic on the ones who call them out, like professional high priestess. You have another one who used liquor bottles as a way to choose what pal you want, then taking shots during the reading. But it was numerous videos she did doing the same thing. Then I couldn't figure out why was I drinking after being an alcoholic at one point in my life. I went through depression where people always judged me, but they never knew me or tried to get to know me, but always had negative things to say. I can show certain readers love, but won't get that same love back. And I can feel how they feel towards me, even though they act like it's like casual with me. Like, I could feel your energy. I don't know, people are weird. But I hated people for the black magic they was doing on me, to the point my candle would, like be on fire. Like, I could show y'all videos of one of my candles on like flaming, like coming out high ass flames, or some of them would explode. And I thought my apartment would catch fire, so I would stay up sometimes or just put it out. And I wanted justice too for the ones who was doing this black magic on me for 4 years, me, my family, and my friends. It was a family dynamic doing this. Sometimes it's even your own family members that's doing it, doing word curses or incantations on you. People will make my life way harder because their own insecurities, or they hate themselves, or because I rejected them. It's funny when you know how someone feels about you and they don't even have to open up their mouth. You could just read their body language, or you could see how the way they talk to you, or you look in their eyes and you could see the hate for you. That's how it is with my one of my kids' father. I could see his eyes, like the hate this nigga had for me. Oh, excuse me. I could see how he hate me, but I really don't give a shit. Like, that's still not gonna stop me. And I hate to be fake or to give love to people who don't deserve it, but I'm only giving energy now to the people who's worth it, or they have good vibes or intentions. If I see someone trying to change for the better, I don't mind helping if they're sincere. I don't mind, because I was at a dark place in my life for a long time until I hit my 30s, and I had that feeling like something was always missing. But I overcame a lot of things, so I don't mind. I lost where I was. Yeah, I don't mind sharing certain things, but I won't tolerate certain bullshit like I did in the past. I could kill you with kindness and have your head all messed up and still pray for you. I feel like as we get older and go through certain trials and tribulations, we grow to hate more than to love. And when my son was leading my family into prayer, he was blessing our food. One time he's like, God bless and protect our enemies. And I started jumping up and down. I'm like, damn, kid, I love you so much. Like, Because if it was me, I would be like, fuck these enemies, fuck y'all niggas, fuck your couch. Like, fuck you in the horse you rode on, and your mama and your daddy too, bitch. Like, that's the vibe I was on. Like, but it made me happy to, see that my son could teach, kids can teach you as well. People, they look down on children. They think they don't know anything, but that's not the case all the time. You just got to listen to them. They're very smart. But people always thought because I was quiet, I couldn't defend myself. But I know how to defend myself, and I know when to defend myself. And if you take me there, you don't want to see that point of that side of me. But the fact my son prayed for our enemies touched my heart and made me proud to be his mother when there's times I was asking God why he just don't take out my enemies. So I don't have to go through the bullshit anymore. And that's funny because it was a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, God, just take them out, please, because I'm tired of going through this shit. They get better with their shit and how to block off your intuition, your crown, your third eye, so you don't know what they're doing. But at the end of the day, like, God is stronger than all that bullshit. So they just cursing themselves. But I used to question, like, why would God want me to go through this? But I had to learn all that black magic that was done on me and my kids only made us better and closer. I went from being scared of the black magic, seeing ghosts around me, to not knowing who I was, to standing in my power, being more confident, and still currently working on myself. Like, somebody told me that they buried me in the ground with Oya, and I'm supposed to be in the I'm in the insane asylum, and I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I don't know how all that black magic bullshit work, but I do know, like, you really have to be protected and prayed up, because from some of the stories people was telling me, they was telling me that I'm supposed to be fucked. And if I was supposed to be fucked, don't you think that I would have been fucked? Like, God is good. And I don't know, like, I know not everybody believe in a higher source or whatever the case, but listen, that's you. God will make you a believer if you're not one. Trust and believe that. But God kept telling me I didn't have faith in him because I was in fear. Like, I doubted him. Like, I was still scared and worried when he was telling me not to be. It was to the point they kept doing so much shit on me that I started remembering all the prayers by heart. And I didn't need to look it up, or I even got the little cards, but I just remember a lot of the prayers from doing it so much, because I literally would see like shit around me, surrounding me. And I just had to have faith in God and release all doubts. And no one is perfect, but I think that if you wouldn't say or do certain things in public, then don't do it behind doors. A lot of people do things they wouldn't do in front of others, then hide what they do. Like, you're only lying to yourself. You're only hurting yourself, because God sees it all. And everything you do will come back to you. So why am I stressing over the next person who's only cursing themselves and possibly their bloodline, depending on how evil they are and what they're sending out to you? So when that reader said, oh, fuck all that love and light, no, fuck you. Like, I'm not trying to stoop to nobody's level. Sometimes they make you want to go there, either whoop their ass and do what they doing, but it's not even worth it. And I think that's just the enemy, like, messing with your mind, because I feel like that's one of the main things he attacked is your mind. But when I got closer to God, it helped me become more aware of my own toxic ways. But God was and is still helping me release all the things that no longer serve me and the people. It's people in my life that basically put me through hell. Like, y'all wasn't around for none of the hardships. It was okay for me to go through the hardships. And now that I'm, pulling my energy back and I'm moving away from these people, now all of a sudden you want to pretend to be nice and get closer to me. It's all a facade. Like, it's all a mind game. It's all bullshit. You got to know who to surround yourself around and who not to. That's all it is. It's not fuck love and light. Nah, it's fuck those who don't want to change. I'm not going to keep giving my energy to somebody who keep doing the same thing and knowing that they don't want to make a difference in their life. So, yeah. But I don't know everything, but I do know I don't want to change who I am for no one. And my friend was telling me I'm too nice, but I like to be nice. It's just all about not letting people take advantage of you or take you for granted, because they definitely will try, especially the ones who is just liars and manipulators, and they feel like they never have enough, so they'd rather take what somebody else got. But people think you will always be around, and those are the same ones who have to maintain. You have to maintain healthy boundaries, and the same ones who come running back because they'll never receive a love like yours. I got so many exes that now you want to be nice, but where was that energy before? Like, I'm not going back to my past. So if you feel like we could ever make it work, nah, it's a dub. Like, if we had to separate before, it's for a reason. Like, and I'm at a point in my life, like, if you're not elevating and growing, like, I definitely ain't going back with you, because most of my relationships was toxic. Like, and then I had to look at myself, like, why was I attracting toxic relationships? Like, it's a lot of things, like, a lot of times we don't want to look within ourselves, and you can't focus on somebody else and what somebody else is doing. The only thing you can work on is trying to be a better you, the best version of yourself. But God is of love, but could tear and destroy some stuff apart. I don't want to be taking action against my enemies when I know God and my spirit team got my back, and they got shit on lock. And how quick they could destroy a person for messing with me. So I don't need to say fuck love and light, but learn to have more control over my temper and my emotions instead. Like, it was this guy in my area, and he kept bothering me because he thought I was interested in somebody else or whatever the case. Like, me talking to this one person ended up bringing me so many other problems. And sometimes you got to look at the root of the problem and take that out or remove that from your life, because this guy kept coming to me and being nasty to me and being mad extra because he thought I was dating somebody I wasn't even fucking dating. Like, stupid shit. People get mad at you over stupid shit. You know what I mean? So it's just to the point, like, it was just too much. And then when I tried to go buy something, he's like, no, I'm not selling you nothing. Just cold, like, just extra, just arguing, just being nasty, always coming at me for no reason. It was to the point, he said he know where I live, so I started going to his baby mother's crib, because you're not going to threaten me, especially if where my kids rest their head. You're not doing that. But I felt bad for the baby mother after I went to press her or whatever, because it's like, damn, he did some of that stuff to you. It's like, you can't, like, some people is just so messed up. Like, it's to the point I didn't even want to fight her no more. It was just to the point, like, you know, I'm sorry I had to go through that. Like, I have a good heart, and like I said, I'm not changing for nobody. This is the same reason why I'm blessed now, because my heart is pure. Like, my heart is not evil like some of these people, and I'm not gonna let nobody change me for shit. But this guy kept bothering me on different occasions, to the point, like, my friend told me, he was like, he had 5 people like press him, like, less than like 20 to 30 minutes. And then the next day he ended up slicing a 11-year-old girl's arm by mistake. And now the cops is looking for him and going to his baby mother's crib to try to find him, while he's going around stunting in her fucking car and her Beamer like it's his. And that's why I said a lot of people will be miserable, and they in a deep sunken place, and they will drag you with them if you let them. But I'm not going back there. So you could definitely miss me with that bullshit. Don't come playing nice either. But like I said, I let my ancestors, I let God, I let spirit handle shit. I don't care if people think I'm crazy, or if they have doubts in my beliefs, or the fact that I see God, I have a connection with spirit. Because like I said, I seen God twice. The first time he's sitting on his throne. The second time he was rising up off his throne. So if you get God to that point, I don't know what to tell you besides you better get on your knees and just pray, because some people you get signs. You get people that I'm sure come around to tell you little things, give you messages, like, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Like, they give you advice, but it's up to you if you want to take this advice or not. But God fights my battles. Even if I talk shit, if someone pissed me off, I'm not doing reversals or paying someone to do work. I say all the time, there's so many people with trauma that it's not easy for them to go within. So they go around inflicting pain and their problems onto others. And it's like, I'm not picking up your karma. I'm not going through that darkness because you're going through it. Like, you're not going to bring me down with you. But we can't save everyone, but God can. Prayer helps, or light a white candle. Prayer really do help. Sometimes it's like I didn't even want to pray over my enemies, but it was one time with this one person I cannot stand. I did a reading on them, and it's like you could feel their pain sometimes, and it's like I look at certain family members and I'm like, damn, you be going through it too. And it's like I don't want to see my mom hurt, I don't want to see my dad hurt, I don't want to see my family and friends hurt. So why would I want some damn stranger to be hurting too? It's like it's all about having compassion and love at the end of the day. Because like I said, it was times where I didn't have nobody when I was in that dark place, when I was thinking about suicide, or I was going through depression or anxiety, feeling alone, like why nobody loved me. I'm like, maybe I'll be better off, or my kid be better off without me, since I seem to be a problem to everybody else. That's just the enemy. You know what I mean? That's you having to go within to get out of that darkness. You need to start journaling. And if you need, I started getting better when I started talking to a therapist, to the point I haven't had therapy for the last few months. And I don't feel like I really need it anymore. I texted her the other day and she's not even doing therapy anymore, but I'm grateful for all the therapists I did have, because they all brought something different to the table besides that one therapist that pissed me off because her personal life was more important than my sessions. But yeah, I have all type of color candles, but they sit in my home collecting dust. I just keep my faith in God. God is the only weapon I need for my enemies, because he sees it all and he'll send the right ones to you to help you, even animals. I had a stray cat too run up to me 4 a.m, about a month and a half ago, some shit. But yeah, he followed me home, and then when he came home, it was funny because it's like he's just meowing all over the apartment, and I'm like, I didn't know what to do. He dead ass followed me in my crib, got in the in the building, in the elevator, everything, dead ass. Walked in my apartment. I never picked him up once. He ended up leaving back out, crying, came back in, crying some more, went around all the rooms just crying, and then he came and snuggled up on my feet. And I'm like, I never had a cat so sweet. But this one, it's like me and my kids just love him. Like, he's a part of the family. But sometimes he be in there looking through the mirrors. I don't know if cats do look through mirrors or not. I'm still learning about all this spiritual stuff, because I just got into it when they was doing the voodoo and shit on me. Even tarot, I'm still learning the meaning of tarot cards. When I be doing readings, I'll read oracle cards. I'll use music. I'll write. I write a lot. If you see me looking at something just now, that's me looking at my phone. I'm always writing. Spirit had me up this morning writing when I was trying to sleep. But, the messages got to get out. And I'm learning to have more confidence in what I'm saying, instead of listening to these dumbass readers that's being discouraging, because not everybody want to see you do good. Not some people don't want to see you do better than them. And that's not how God operates. It's enough abundance and prosperity for everybody. It's all about, doing the right thing and getting the message out. But when my cat came here, came to my old apartment, it's like, even when I was packing up, I had a spiritual box with all my, my statues and stuff, my spiritual statues, and he'll sleep on that box. It was one night, I threw my bed out to make my move easier. I want new shit. So ended up going around my bed, right? He went all the way around my bed, he was guarding me, he was protecting me, protecting the kids. Then he went around the apartment. He was just running around the apartment and just crying. It was like he was trying to chase out whatever was in there. I don't give a shit what none of these readers say. God will put the right people in your life. God will give you what you need if you ask for it and you believe. God sent me a spirit animal. God got an animal in here to help protect me. And it's funny because even when I'm using the bathroom, sometimes he'll sit in front of the door he's protecting me, guarding me. He's not looking towards me. He's looking the opposite way. He's not watching me on the toilet. He's looking the other way. I feel so protected, and so do my kids. Even my kids be like, Mom, he's protecting us. I'm glad you know. But that's all I have for right now. God bless. Love and light. I was thinking about burning a white candle for the collective. Usually I don't keep my comments open because they always write this stupid shit in my comments, and then it's blocked where you can't see it anymore. But I'm thinking about lighting a white candle for the ones my spirit team say it's okay to light one for. So if you guys would like that, just email me, because I'm not gonna leave my comments open, because it's so many haters out there and wicked ones that, you know, trying to stop me from saying what I have to say or doing what it is that God wants me to do. But yeah, love and light, and have a good one.